Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps and the first video of 2025. Happy New Year! Today we are launching the Essentials collection, which includes these 3 soaps, including Mint to Be, which is what we're making today. If you would like to watch me make Vanilla Almond or Lavender Days, I will leave a link for you down in the description box below. And we also remade one frosted soap, which will be available with the collection launching today. The Essentials collection has been really fun to create because I wanted to make sure that my core line included something for everyone, no matter what sort of fragrance you like. I hope to add more to this collection as we go along, so like maybe an Essentials too. So if lavender, mint, or vanilla didn't hit what you feel is like an absolute necessary fragrance for a core line, let me know down in the comments below. And hey, if you get enough likes, maybe I'll make one and add it to the Essentials collection in the future. So without further ado, let's make some soap. So what is going into our base oils? Today it is just some kaolin clay. I am going to be adding some exfoliating additives later, but not in this step. Blend it up. Beautiful. And into my lye water solution off to the side here, I'm adding some sodium lactate. This is going to be a split batch. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my lye water solution. Going to blend it up. Stunning. Let's pour off half. Pouring off half is a little bit difficult. These are heavy. Very gently does it. It is sitting on a scale. I'm pouring right into the middle. Okay. That's enough of that. Move this off to the side. And this will be our base layer. Just wiping down the sides real quick so that everybody gets the right amount of color here. What a gorgeous, smooth batter. Gonna make this kind of a greeny teal. Go ahead, scrape all this out. I am going to blend this before I add my fragrance. This is literally the exact green I had envisioned. So I'm going to pour in my proprietary fragrance. The notes in this are rosemary, eucalyptus, and spearmint. Smells incredible. It's actually smelled really nice, and then it just bloomed once it got added to soap. Gonna wipe down these sides. I blended until a little bit thicker so we could texture the top once pouring. So let's get it into our mold. Pour it in. Look at that lovely texture. It looks like pistachio pudding. Gonna scrape out most of that. I think I may leave a little for the top for swirling. Gonna add a little bit of texture here just with a spatula. Nothing crazy. I just don't want it to be perfect. All right, next layer. We're adding in the Icelandic black sand to this layer right on top. Gonna blend this up. Going to mix in these edges by hand because this is really, really full, and zoom you guys in so that you can see the grit level of this soap. It's going to be extremely light, but still very obvious. You can see that there on the spatula. Wonderful. We'll pour this in, scrape that out, make sure every little bit gets into our container, and blend. Everything is well incorporated, starting to get a little thicker, which is great. It's going to make pouring so much easier. Base is set, and because everything is so set up, I can just pour into one corner and kind of let it go all the way across. All the rest of that in. Before I scrape out all the rest, I'm just going to try to level it a little bit. And don't forget, I have a little bit of this green to just sort of smack on top willy-nilly. I'm just going to smear this across the top real quick. I don't really want any gloops. I'd rather it look a little bit mixed in, kind of like I don't know, paint or something. Then I'm gonna do a really big swirl on top. I'm using the end of one of my makeup brushes. The goal of this is not to have very extreme looking colors. On the contrary, I want it to be very tranquil, kind of blended in, kind of an ombre of green and white. Gorgeous. Perfect. Tap it down, get rid of some of those air bubbles. Gonna take my little paint scraper tool, clean up these corners. I don't have to do this with every batch. Some of them just get a little bit splashy when you tap them down. This was one of them. And why do it? Just makes cleanup easier for you later. Spritz the top with rubbing alcohol, and we're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours to unmold this soap. I just know it's gonna look so good. We'll take a peek at the inside after this quick commercial break. Loving this. The color the next day turned exactly the shade I wanted it to. Line that up, press down gently. And this is what the soap bar looks like on the inside. A very, very slight wave in our green. I might add a little bit more in the future, but I kind of like it to look like it's a rough, rocky edge. The smell is strong, but it's not overpowering or overwhelming. I know when I say rosemary, mint, and eucalyptus, you're probably thinking about a fragrance that's extremely potent, but it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. Love the evenness of that color on the bottom.
I have a question of the day.
You remind me of that girl on TikTok who is trying to buy like a Volkswagen Bug or something, and every single day she gets up there and she talks about a Polly Pocket car. Do you know what I'm talking about? She goes, saving for a Polly Pocket car. She's so cute. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of. Proceed.
That's good. Would you rather smell like eucalyptus every time you sweat?
Sweat?
Sweat.
Okay.
Sweat.
Sweat? Or what?
Or have to chew mint leaves before every meal of your life?
Wouldn't that like cleanse your palate? Don't they give you like super cold mint gelato and stuff to like cleanse your palate? Quince your palate?
Quince your palate? Whoop.
Oh, stop! I feel like that would be a great way to cleanse your palate before eating.
They do that in between courses. Nobody does it at the beginning of a meal.
That doesn't sound so bad to me. I like mint.
You like just chewing the leaves?
Yeah, my mom used to have mint in the garden. She grew it next to a stevia plant. So we would grab a stevia leaf and a mint leaf and eat them. And it was like, hey, it's like sweet mint gum.
Oh, wow. Y'all were very easily impressed.
Yeah.
That is so
Listen,
sweet.
Kenny and I were very feral children, all right? I could tell y'all stories. Caleb has told me I should write a book about my feral childhood, and I've thought about it. All right, you guys, are you chewing mint leaves? Or are you smelling like eucalyptus while you work out? Which honestly is such a vibe too. Instead of being stinky, they're like, whoa, who's had a shower recently?
So you're like, for the smelling like, you smell like a little bit like over the top eucalyptus. Like somebody dumped out a fragrance bottle full of eucalyptus.
I'm just waiting for all the people to be like, I'm allergic to eucalyptus.
Well, you're not allergic to the smell of it, okay? Calm down.
But it's up to you. You guys pick. I'm legitimately so drawn to the way this bar of soap looks because it still looks like a bar of soap. You're not going to feel bad using this on your body, on your hands, because it looks like it's supposed to be used. The fragrance is great. This is the grittiest soap of the month. And like I said in earlier videos, I am going to be adding more grit to soaps in the future because it is something that a lot of you guys have suggested and requested. Like I said before, these will be available at 8 p.m. Central Standard Standard Time at royaltysoaps.com tonight, which is Friday, January 3rd. Let's bathe in style together this 2025. And I'll briefly talk about my New Year's resolutions for Royalty Soaps and the YouTube channel. So I want to make more videos that you guys find really entertaining. I love my soap videos. Soap videos are super fun. I won't stop making soap videos, but I want to add in more complicated soap items. In 2024, I kind of focused on the simplicity of soap making. I used a lot of fun ingredients. I made slab batches that were a little simpler. But this year, I want to try some new things. I want to do more of the kaleidosope like I made earlier. I want to try to do some builds with soap making. I have a lot of ideas and they're all organized, and I just want to generally use soap as entertainment. And then I also, of course, want to beef up the teaching aspect of soap making. I want to make some new recipes that I can share with y'all, add more content to the Royal Creative Academy, etc., etc. So there's only more fun and cool stuff coming to the YouTube channel in 2025. Thank you so much for being here for my journey. If this is the first video that you've watched, I'm so grateful to have you here. And if you have been here for quite a while, I appreciate your support over the years. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that's going out, getting a walk in the fresh air and sunshine, maybe cooking with a friend or family member. You know, I don't really care what you do, just do something for you. I'll see you guys in the next video of 2025. Bye for now.